Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Slipways, where today I think we are just gonna go for it again. After yesterday I was kind of thinking maybe we'll do an easier difficulty just to relax a little bit, because I was pretty heartbroken. But you know what, I think we're gonna give this another shot. So I found us another plus 10% technology focused sector. It's possible that a different kind of focus would benefit us more. I had a look at like export focus, which gives you 350 stars for each world that has 4 outputs. Because like if you think about the way that usually goes for us, pretty much any people world is going to hit 4 outputs almost always. A lot of the time we hit 4 outputs off of our like Gaia worlds and stuff. I don't necessarily think that it's unreasonable to believe we might even get a higher score with those, but it does add some extra constraints to your gameplay, right? You're gonna end up losing some score just trying to make sure that you're giving up some of the stars you would have gotten otherwise in order to get some of the export stars, and I think this ends up being better probably. So once again, weak slip space. I mean, it's not gonna mess with our build order too much or anything. It is going to, of course, cost us a couple of months here and there as we just run the hell out of money, but I'm willing to try it like this. So here's our sector code. Let's go ahead and get in here. And Vittori, are you? Yes. Okay, so we got quantum computing, potentially orbital labs. That is a source of science. Solar farm is pretty good. Transpose is pretty good. Honestly, this is a really strong showing overall, I think, from the Vittori. And then scientific fleet is totally fine. Yeah. What do the others have? You have gene adjustment, which is compelling, and of course hyperdrive, which is always a big deal. Mind control, ubiquitous networks. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, this is looking like a really compelling start. The Bakar have deep drilling. They have harvesting, which I do love. Plasma containment, which of course is just grand. So the Bakar seem fine. The Euphorians seem very good. The Dender do not have prosperity this time. They have disease eradication though, and biome reconstruction and universal harmony. Honestly, universal harmony is good enough that it is probably worth taking them for. And then on top of that, like, disease eradication is a totally reasonable early tech. And the Silthids have freeze-resistant bots. I do like extreme miniaturization and nanofabrication. What if it's like this? Hold on, we know we're doing these two. I think this is a very strong showing from the Euphorians, and you're looking at that probably. If we bring in the Bakar, we definitely wouldn't want to pull any of their perks, so it's basically just like geo-harvesting and plasma containment is really what I'm looking for here. And geo-harvesting is good. There's no doubt about that. And then of course, on top of the actual technologies, we are taking here a set of missions that we might be given. We are taking rewards from the forebear stations. I think I like this setup. So we've got a little bit of a cushion to work with at the beginning of the game as far as getting our initial trade network set up. We got the scientific fleet, so we can get hopefully a couple of extra techs out of that. Or at least we can push to the late game techs a little bit faster. Yeah, let's give it a try like this. So before we get going here, I do want to say, I guess I have a little announcement. I think this is probably going to be the last episode of the Slipways series for the moment. We will definitely, I may do the weekend runs, like I may do one video a week where I just try the weekly, and we will come back, of course, when the rest of the campaign gets put in. But I need to make room for something that's going to be coming up next week. And I think this series is in the most natural drop-off point. Also, it'll be a little bit more compelling to compete in the weeklies once the teleporters get changed. And I did see the developer on the Discord say that he is planning on doing something about it. But then this week's weekly has the teleporters in it again. So I think the top score on that as of the time of this recording was like 490,000. And you know, that's an interesting optimization puzzle itself. I thought about doing it, like, let's just do the weekly and try to do the teleporter thing. But in the end, people are getting those scores by scouting the whole thing, then starting their game, like, you know, making a map, taking lots of screenshots, then starting their game over and planning out exactly where everything will need to go. And I just don't think that sounds all that compelling, personally, from either a watching it happen or a personally making it happen kind of standpoint. So yeah, hopefully nobody's too bummed out that I did not go that route. This is interesting. Okay, so we have some minerals. It's always got to be an Arctic world, like right in the middle of everything. So the way things are set up here, in order to populate this jungle world, we have to get like chips from that and robots from that, because we have to be able to do robot plus food to get food out of the Arctic world. But if we do that, if we make this our food world, then it also feeds this Earth-like very easily. I guess we can just do the circle right here. Oh, no, the biomass, right? The biomass is necessary. And then we're just really hoping that we have a way to produce robots from this world to send over there to finish off the no, wait, this would be chip world. Sorry, this is robot world. That's chips. Because yeah, that'll lead to a much shorter group of slipways overall, which obviously I'm very invested in. All right, let's try it. I think that is okay. I don't think I see anything much better. So, construction of chips first, then robots, then biomass, then 2 more pairs of planets with two-way trade. We're not going to get any out of this. That's a tough one. Actually, that's a little awkward. Like, we're definitely taking this goal, and then let me look at our text again. In the mid game, we're talking about like Euphorians on gene adjustment. Obviously, getting the Vittori leveled up is important. The Euphorians again. We won't be taking a Dender tech after this very early like disease eradication, which there's a pretty good chance we grab. We won't take a Dender tech again until like Universal Harmony. So we don't necessarily need to be in a hurry on their tasks, but boy, they sure do give the easy ones, don't they? Do I want to change things up then? Because I'm kind of thinking like, if we do the people world here, then we can send that out for a two-way trade. We could two-way trade Gaia world here, and then that finishes the Euphorians task, which seems to be pretty important. Increasing our yearly science output by 3 bulbs is just not a thing that's going to happen soon. I think we're taking these, even though we're not in a hurry to get the Dender done, just because we don't realistically have a choice. And if I do it this way, then we could do minerals for goods and get ourselves some goods on that world too. Then we have this world producing chips for no particular reason. Well, okay, the food world will want chips eventually. Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of steer around here a little bit. So there's a two-way. Do that. Make me some of these. And then this, and there's our Euphorian tech, or our Euphorian task. May as well send the water up here, right? Don't see any reason not to. And it's more money. And then, like, this is going to be very expensive, right? These are some long routes. Okay, so yeah, we're almost broke. Let's have a look around, I guess. Now, remember, with this technology, the science from Scanning Worlds technology is a little bit different from the money one. With the science one, we don't have to get them all in the same signal, or all in the same probe, in order to get the benefit. It's just every fourth planet we find gives us 1 point. So I was hoping that what we would find over here was a really easy way to absorb food and also feed people into like a mineral world. No such luck yet. Wow. Okay, well, is there really nowhere else to send the food from this world? Okay, all the way up there, I guess. And then it can get water from that. But we're talking about some very long-range slipways. Alright, let's do that, because that'll get our task finished. Establish 3 more import hubs. It'll be easy enough to send another person to this world. This one, not so much. Yeah, the import hubs don't seem all that easy. We have a remnant planet that's successful if we just find anything to do with one of those robots, so that seems good. Increasing the number of prosperous planets by 2 that's a hell of an early ask. That said, we're kind of on the way. But right, this is the one we care about the least. Alright, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, because we have to. Because I am not actually given an option. Hey look, 2-way trade. And then $1,000 for this. Let's reveal some of these. Probably we'll find like an asteroid or... Wow. Nope, never mind. You know, like an asteroid or something that we could blow up for some money. Alright, all you gotta do is find anywhere to send these robots. So we could do robots for goods. I guess that makes sense here. And then there's an import hub for you. And then we only have $7, which is pretty bad news. What's the cost of that connection? 13. Beautiful. Wonderful news. So that's a 20. Where are we going to get a 3rd import hub? Where can we contribute enough stuff? We can get to 2 on this quite easily, but we probably will never get to 3. All right, let's find out what this is. It is a robot. Well, I guess that's a very expensive way of completing that import hub. So you can, in theory, reach out to this to finish that off, but it is going to be very expensive. Again, these really, really distant... I honestly think we're just saving up for gene adjustment first. We don't have the ability to make contact with another forebear ruin, which would obviously really help with that. Alright, this is cool. That's an import hub. And so now this actually completes the thing and gives us $80. So we definitely do that. All right. 4 more import hubs, huh? More food planets to successful seems pretty awkward. And this is just like set up your first good lab, which probably is about that time. Okay. So we need to find a place where we can produce a few points of something. Where am I going to do that? So you'll flip prosperous as soon as, like, if I send a person to here. They're all kind of awkwardly spaced, though. So we could get another biomass and water out of this world, and then I wish that things were positioned better. Because, like, what I really want to do is just have it be water and water, right? So to be clear, in order to get a lab to 5 science output, we would have to send 3 of the researchable good, the researchable resource, and then also one person. That does seem doable, right? We've done it plenty of times before. It's just a question of what and where. So I mean, I see some possibilities for doing like minerals in this area, right? If we had another world, we have to be pretty careful about where it's positioned though, right? Just trying to think, like, if we settled this world, for instance, we made this minerals and that minerals, and then one or both of these was minerals, then we could put down the research station right here. It could take people from this planet and all of the minerals, and we can figure out a way to make that work. It is going to be expensive to set up, but I also think that we just have to get some science going, because right now we're not doing that thing. And that seems like a problem, right? So I'm going to commit pretty hard to a thing here. Hooray, 5. Also, hooray, gene adjustment. And then, I suppose the question, do you want solar superconductors more than you want disease eradication? I think I want solar superconductors fairly badly. So it's arid and desert worlds. This chip world won't have the ability to feed it. We're going to have to make a chip world happen over here. But I guess it doesn't need to be right this second. So, import hubs. Can you reach... Okay, you can in fact reach both of those. That's interesting. Let's look around down here. Because we're gonna need food, obviously. We have robots, potentially. Well, no, we don't. We don't actually have a way to even feed that. I guess there's this, too. Maybe it makes more sense to try to, because we could do materials or minerals to chips here, do the chips there, and then we could make this a superconductor world, and it could provide food or whatever, and also that gets us this forebear ruin. I do not dislike this plan, but I also definitely think part of the plan is just like, let's scan the area around here. Hooray, success. Okay, we're doing okay on money considering that we just jumped another size threshold. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see how easy it would be to get goods over here without that. It looks like the answer is it would not be easy. Okay, well that's going to make this planet an import hub if we can food. I guess the only option is this thing, right? This thing producing food could be really good. Oh no. Oh, that's heartbreaking, actually. Okay, so if this world produces food, then we send the food to both of these places. We use this thing to energy the chip requirement off of this world, which allows me to connect that world up. Or we could just chip, oops, press the Windows key instead of the Alt key, sorry about that. We could just chip world here, which is not a bad idea in a broad sense. Because who knows what else we might uncover. And then we're just like devoting ourselves to finding a way to robot this world, but honestly, it's probably energy. Let's actually set that up. Let's just do that. All right, I will set this up as a novelty thing because that does get us one of our import hubs. And then there's like a small amount of desperation. This task is not all that easy. That's still really like hilariously bad. I need goods here in order to be able to deliver people there, unless I deliver people from here to there, which isn't a bad idea necessarily. Okay, goods or knowledge or money, or we got a lot of interesting options on that one. So it shouldn't be too hard to turn this world into an import hub. We're gonna have to produce food or energy somewhere. Okay, that's a source of food potentially if we just get some robots to it. Can't do anything with the ice ball. Oh, I should definitely grab this. It is 3412 and we have 7 science. Pretty solid. Feeling pretty great about it, actually. We can set up a chip lab pretty easily. So does this reach? Okay, we should do that. We should get the world's not having their needs met problem taken care of. And then when we get this some water somehow, maybe potentially later, then we can send another point of minerals over and flip that world, which will be cool. Yeah, that could happen in theory. I'm also still just like looking around for other places where I can import hub, because boy, do we need to do that. Boy, that seems important. So what am I looking to grab now? Energy-driven industry is not very compelling at the moment. But we do need to invent one tech to advance. It probably is like a chip lab or something. So right now, we could run minerals to here to produce chips. Well, the thing is, I want to use this as a source of food probably though, right? Or we could actually use the Earth-like as a source of food, but if we're going to do that, we definitely need to figure out exactly how. I guess it could be, okay, it could be, this is one of these. We go chips in, also make robots. It's easy enough for us to run actual minerals to that, which means that we just need to use this to justify the existence of the robots. Now I can do this with the robots. That gets us there. And then, like, I could make this a goods producer. It is on the table. It hurts to not take the 8 science on a run where we are scoring our number of technologies, but this feels very sloppy. Oh, I am hard out of money. Like, this is a thing we can obviously do and probably should. And then I kind of think I want to just send this energy over here. Just make a bunch of worlds really successful. And I think I am going to set up a lab. We should definitely have more science income. All right, I'm gonna press the get progress button. And then we're gonna go build us some more import hubs. Where do we have 2 in? Okay, so there's this, which is a problem. Okay, none of that stuff could even theoretically help. I can get you to 2 pretty easily, then you're going to want biomass, which I apparently do not have easy access to. No, that totally works. We don't have people to make that happen, but we could fix that. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. So do that. Then we send you biomass. Just mail someone a great big chunk of biomass. At this point, energy-driven industry causes us to have a very silly amount of robots and stuff. If you connect 2 planets generating people, they produce culture. I don't generally build my people worlds close enough to that to matter. I think that's the sort of thing where you would have to, you would want to be thinking ahead about it. I do wonder, is economic zones actually good? So it's got to be 2 resources or two worlds producing the same resource. 4 cents, like that's $8. That's an $8 trade income. So you're talking about a really, really small benefit. We got to pick something up. Well, energy-driven industry will be good eventually. Oh, right. I was gonna make this an actual world. So that we can do this. Okay, and then Out of curiosity, would it be easy to get goods over here? Well, we should probably do... Oh, sorry, I should probably have money. Do I have a more valuable asteroid? Probably not. Okay, so that's not going to allow me to turn anything into an import hub. So where do we set up one more? Okay, this always only accepts people. That's a little bit inconvenient for me. We don't actually have any robots to send here, or else I would definitely move water over there. We can make water happen here, but I don't know that I can make another person or another point of water occur. It is just actually pretty challenging to get to import hubs sometimes. So if we connect another person to here, it'll produce biomass and water immediately. Neither one of those currently has a place to go, but it doesn't seem like that's actually useful to us. Because like, it's not like we're trying to settle the Arctic world or anything. I'm looking at this and trying to figure out how I can use the extra point of goods, and because that would certainly be a way to do it, right? This won't... Yeah, it's obstructed. That's a shame, because that would have been good enough. And it would have been good for this world, too. It wouldn't have flipped us, but it would have been something. So the food from here definitely can't make it down to there. We are definitely water short pretty much everywhere. So we can send chips, but that doesn't really get us anywhere. We could try to make these both people worlds. That feels a little bit aggressive. I think we might just have to grab, like, find some new territory out here. Okay. All right. There's some stuff going on there. So, with a source of food right here and a source of robots right here, it's easy enough to get a world fed. Although, unfortunately, if we do, like, robots to here to make that a people world or vice versa, this slipway blocks off the path from these chips to that world, which is what we would really like to do. If I had saved the energy movement for a second, we could have gotten a point of minerals to that. Would it accept minerals at this point? It wouldn't, right? Because, yeah, there's no... The need has been consumed. Okay. That'll totally work. So this is a chip world. It sends chip there. All right. One more remnant planet to Prosperous. I bet we can figure it out. Okay. Can I get a remnant planet to prosperous before doing that deal? It looks like the answer is yes. All I have to do is send out a robot from here, and this world will flip and it'll give me the discount. So we could generate food that doesn't seem like we're likely to need, or we could use this to generate goods for a potential expansion out this way, which seems like a thing that may happen. Okay. Little bit of savings right there. This has been very haphazard. Need one more technology to advance, and I mean, we want it to be hyperdrive, right? I think hyperdrive is very good for us in a very obvious way. So we still need to settle on a bunch of different world types. So we may as well just grab this this primordial world. Still haven't actually done any of these, and in theory, if we're going to do one, we really ought to do it sooner rather than later. But also, you know, money is tough. Money's a difficult thing. So I'm not gonna be able to reach. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to reach the planet that needs the biomass with the biomass from this. We don't have any way of dealing with that planet. Well, I mean, I guess in theory, eventually a hyperdrive could solve the problem. Let's look around for other things for the people on this world to do, and also if there is a place perhaps where we could produce a good. Well, there's a place where we could output a good. We have no inputs, unfortunately. And we still kind of need more... No, not kind of. We still definitely need more science. But we're also still not really in a place where we're financially secure. So it's a little harrowing. We could do Crummy Robot Lab. I'm in for Crummy Robot Lab. Both of these worlds could use an output. And it doesn't do great things to our money, but it doesn't leave us totally broke. Alright, I'm gonna people this world just because it gets us a couple more types and it's very easy to do. There's a version of this where maybe that should have been water production so that we could feed that. But yeah, I'm just as happy doing this thing. So then... What are my labs right now? I might do another crappy lab, actually. It's like the value of single resource lab is... Oh. That wasn't a misclick, it was a you're out of money. Yeah, right, because that was 30 science we just picked up by doing that. That is still a thing that I may do? Probably not. I think we're going to end up just turning this one into $14. It definitely would have been good long ago to sell the alien artifacts. I wasn't 100% sure I wanted to commit a person to it at that point. So I don't know. That may have just been cowardice. It's cost us a little bit of money. So Next up's got to be Ubiquitous Network, right? Administration costs are $140 right now. Time dilation is here, but it's already the case that we're having a hard time filling all of the months we have now, I think. So I'm going to grab Ubiquitous Network. It's going to be even more valuable soon, because we're going to settle 3 more worlds just for that, or just for this this thing. So we got Swamp Forge World. We haven't done Earth-like. I could take this crack at this Earth-like. There's a lot of unknown coming off of that plan, though. It does make me nervous. We have no idea what's out there. So we did Ocean already. We did Swamp. We haven't done Arctic. But there is no food. Yeah, I could produce the biomass and the goods, but not the food that we would need to live. If this desert planet wasn't in this position, we could just energy world this thing off of chips from there. So we do not have access to chips and are not likely to gain access to chips. Is there anywhere around here that it makes more sense to... Not really. Alright, I think we're just short on external information, probably. We don't have robots anywhere in the area. You know what else I don't have is a biomass lab. I'm giving serious thought to just setting up a 2-person to biomass lab up here. We're never going to have goods for the vast majority of these people worlds, which is definitely a problem. But unfortunately, it's a problem that there is no solution for. Even the hyperdrives aren't going to fix that one. A little short on cash. Definitely should have converted that when we first saw it. I was too cautious, and it's going to end up costing. So we would need more biomass to this world, which... Okay, we can maybe get that with the enhanced range tech. Maybe. We don't have robots to send you. So yeah, it's basically like people or nothing. So we won't be able to biomass this world. For a little while at least. Then we could send out the food here. Delivering a biomass will gain us a biomass, which can then also send stuff here. So I guess there's no sense in doing that until we have aforementioned technology, but we're talking about cutting it pretty close to the end of the line there. Do I have the ability to make you livable? I do not, nor do I have robots. Alright, anywhere we go is going to be like a big leap of faith, I guess. At this point, I'd like to get the 8 science. We'll see. I sure hope we can get the 8 science. Alright, well... Okay, no food. No, wait, this works. Okay, we can reach that. So let me grab this. Unfortunately, these are all quite long slipways. I sure don't want to pass the year, right? Okay, so we can definitely get stable jumps now and still get universal harmony later. So I'm going to. That's going to give us some ability to do some work. Send that down there and that out there, and that'll give me a couple of successful worlds. Actually, hold on a second. Don't do that. Let's finish this, then we'll see if we get another mission to just complete thing. To turn worlds prosperous. You know what I meant. So Arctic is still on here. Arid is still on here. Mineral Remnant Forge World. Yeah, so it's like jungle, Arctic, Arid are the ones unaccounted for. And desert. I could turn a desert world into an energy factory, and that would be okay. Let me actually just take a quick look around here. Well, this is all very unfortunate. I mean, all I have to do is make this a chip world. And then send the chips to there, send the energy back. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. I'm going to press this button just to finish our task. Let's see what we get from that. Increase population by 10. That's pretty harsh. Increase the total output of goods by 6 units. Make a good biomass lab. I can do this for sure. Okay, so bam. All right, that's a lot of legacy points. That's a lot of value. Now, 10 more population. That's not going to be so easy. Okay, we're going to be real careful with our moves here. So these things are not going to... Yeah, the two stations that are producing goods are not going to reach any of our people worlds. Yep, I managed to build this all in places where that could not work. So good forethought me. I'm going to go ahead and do this because this does produce an extra person. And then I think a lot of our people worlds right now are producing as best they can. So we're going to need more people worlds, is the thing. Gosh, water. Water would be nice. God, I think a core problem, too, is that everything is just spread out enough in this center area that the hyper jumps are going to be really awkward to get where they need to go. All right, where else? Where can we found a people world, and where will a people world be really useful? We could try to do something over here. We deliver the biomass from that. Can't afford. Right. Right, I'm broke all of the day. I really want to be allowed to use that for science, though. So we don't have another big money boosting technology. We're just gonna have to use some asteroids to generate some cash. And it looks like the best we have is single hit asteroids, which is really, really rough. So now we need to make it to $20, which is basically just like go to the next year. You're not connected to anything. You are. Okay. We need to send one more person out. Here, we can do that. So I guess this is money. Hypership upkeep's pretty cheap at the moment, though. It doesn't really feel necessary. I mean, I can certainly just do that. This world wants more successful neighbors, so we can just feed the energy right back. But also, can that world reach? It cannot. That's a real shame. Let's explore a little bit here. So obviously I'm putting off buying Universal Harmony until we actually finish this task here. I don't think time dilation is actually going to do anything for us because I'm pretty sure we're going to run out of money every year for the rest of the game. So mind control is not going to be any good for kind of the same reason. The reactionless drive is at least a cheap technology and it does something. But I think I'm just going to hold off on tech. All right, let me see what's over here. Robot production. If I want it, obviously. Because, like, you can make this a robot world, send the robot back here, send one of the energy in, and then still have extra energy, and then we could do a hyper jump to this world, so I'm connecting another successful to it. And that can certainly help out with turning it prosperous. Not that it needs to be. We can also do that thing. Hooray! We can also be out of money. Hooray! Yeah, we are absolutely just going to have to found a couple more people worlds, it seems like. And I don't really know where we intend to do that. Also, I'm so broke, I can't do anything. Looking around here, like, where else do we have loose food? Here, but not anywhere near a place where I can actually, like, deposit the food. We can make a people world right here. If I hyperjump food to it and then hyperjump biomass, this will turn successful. This will turn prosperous. And we're not getting this to prosperous any other way. Okay, it's dumb, but it'll work. And then that'll get me one more point of population if I run this down to it, which we totally do want to do. More science? You want to have more successful neighbors, which you totally will. I need money. Who is surprised to hear that I am broke again? Yeah, okay. I mean, we got a plan here. I just need money to do it. Okay, so that's 9 out of 10. And then I just need I need one people world. I guess I could just do the energy jump up to here. I think I'm going to. So... I need $2. Hate to do that. 2 more people producing planets to prosperous. You need to be trading with 1 more world that is prosperous, which you need 2 imports or exports. I'm trying to like look around here and see, like, are we going to flip any people worlds to prosperous off of the back of producing culture? Yes, this world will change when it receives culture. That'll boost you. Was it 2 or 3? 2. So we have one for free with no monetary cost. And then you need to be putting out 1 more. Oh, none of your neighbors are. Yeah, you are not connected to a single world that is doing well in any way. That's pretty harsh. So it would have to be this one. But it's tough because all of the worlds around this world are missing a particular thing. Ah, except Enwo. We're totally going to do this. Am I also about to invent 3 technologies? Yes. Okay, give me points. So now we buy Universal Harmony. We go like this. Deliver 1 of those. And then I guess I delivered people too. So yeah, it didn't actually have to be culture. But I'm only connected to 2 prosperous worlds, so we are going to deliver culture. That leaves this world in kind of a weird spot where its culture doesn't do anything. Nothing to be done about it, I don't think. Curiosity, okay, that's 27. It's definitely not a thing we can do. And then we had this world over here that was going to do that. Groovy. And then, like, what can we do right now that's of value? I guess the biggest value for us is just because none of these technologies really do anything for us because we don't have any money left. The biggest value is just invent the largest number of things. So start with the 20 and then take the 24. That seems unlikely. I don't think that's happening. And then we get to take 1 more and it doesn't matter what, because we cannot afford another thing afterward. Yeah, I popped this already, so yeah. Okay. Can I tell you, this doesn't feel all that good. I'm just looking at our overall happiness level. It doesn't feel like we're doing that well. Okay, so you're going to turn prosperous. We can give you a little push. I'd probably just go ahead and send the other thing over, right? What do you need? You need 1 import or export. Can I connect? Aha! Found a use for my last dollar. Yep, and then we send... Actually, no, hold on, sorry. It makes more sense to send the person here. Oh, I'm already doing that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's totally the right way to do that. And then... This can just kind of go anywhere. Any prosperous world is another happiness. And then unfortunately, we only generate culture on successful worlds. So you would have to trade with... Yeah, we can't really do anything here. And in fact, this point of culture can't even accomplish the goal of lifting anything up, because everything around here has specific resource requirements. Man, if I had $5, is there not one asteroid around here that would get me where I'm going? Nope, everything is terrible. Because yeah, this connection would actually flip this world. Oh, there's so many places where we're so close. If I undid the construction of this thing and I scanned there and that turned out to be an asteroid. No, I'd have to get lucky in that way twice to generate enough money. Yeah, we just don't quite have it. Phooey. It's so good. If only I could blow up planets. So that doesn't reach there. Do we see a world? So we see a world that is near 2 asteroids. So if I unwound some stuff, did this, and then hit both of those, we would lose 3% happiness to gain 160 stars plus 1% happiness. It's probably not actually worth it. So with that, I think we're actually done. Right, all of the culture has been distributed. Nope, not this one. But sadly, this one cannot go to a place that matters. Yeah, you can't flip anything either. Well then, just give it to this one. Okay, and then I think we just take the ending there. You know, it was not my best showing ever, but it was still pretty good. Yeah, like look at that. We're still in the mid-20s. Not having prosperity really does hurt. But in this case, I don't know how many more prosperous worlds we even would have had. I'm looking over it real fast and like, where would we... I guess this would have flipped after the first culture, so we could have sent a second culture over to here. That's 1% score. This world is still not connected to enough worlds, so it still would not have flipped. This world, yep, also not connected to enough successful worlds. You know what it came down to? It was this dearth of goods. If we had had a source of goods in the middle here somewhere or something like that, these being successful would have made like this prosperous and not this one. I could have connected these though. Yeah, it would have made a big difference, is the point. All right. I think that's going to be it for us for today and for Slipways for the moment. This game's very, very good, and I'm like eagerly looking forward to the rest of the campaign. I thought the campaign levels were pretty cool. We will revisit it. We will be back, but like I said, I need to make a little bit of room on the schedule for the moment. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have suggestions for new games for us to play here on the channel, you can leave those in the comments below. You can also leave those in the pinned topic on the subreddits, to which there is a link in the description. You can suggest new stuff for the channel, and come back next time on Monday for some cool new stuff, and we'll see you then.